Hey guys, how you doing? TSM here. So as you notice in the title then, this is the Forsaken mission. It's the new targets. I'm going to hit all 3 targets on auto and then driven. Try to do it in the same path as the auto, just to see the difference. I have got a build for you as well. It's a vanilla build, it's nothing special. Here is the standard brute. Okay, all of them are at U3 now, which is why I've done the video now. You can see there that's got the classic 6 specials and 6 of the new limited weapons as well, and 3 each of the armors. The only difference on the Primal is obviously Hyper 30 instead of Damage Diffusion System 3, and the D100V rocket. Right, so here's the first one. This is the 213 on auto. It's doing its own thing. Entry point is always the same on each of the targets. This one starts at the 9 o'clock position. The fleet's a little bit jaggedy, but it is doing its own thing on full auto. So target-wise, you know, it's quite quick, which I quite like. There isn't a horrendous amount of damage, and for this one particularly, because it is the lowest of the 3 targets that's sort of like generated especially for this ship, the damage is okay for the points. I didn't notice, well, it's interesting there, look, obviously the sub went underwater, so I couldn't hit it, but it didn't make much difference. Here's the overall damage, and that's the time. So 14 minutes on full auto. So let's try and find the same path then, but obviously just bull rush through it. There's no finesse here whatsoever. I'm just trying to show the difference between the ship's pausing to hit the items or the fact that I'm just pushing through instead. It's a nice quick target, which is quite good. As you can see, there's no finesse whatsoever. It's just a case of pushing through. I'm sure people can do it a little bit less. The same situation happens then, and obviously the sub goes under the water, but so what? It doesn't matter. We'll get it in the end. And here we go. So a few minutes less. What are we getting here? We knocked 5 minutes off. So both those are instant fix in your dock. Here we go then. The next one up. This is the 223. Full auto to start with. This one always seems to start then at roughly around 10 o'clock position, no matter which way you go. So if you are autoing, you're going to worry about entry points. It doesn't matter where it is up on the out on the sea, because the entry point is always the same. This one takes a little bit longer. I think this is the longest target of all 3, actually, to be honest. And if you're wondering, I'm running these at ×2, okay, as in speed-wise, just so that it's not too boring watching it, because once you've seen one, you've seen them all, to be honest. But this is more about the damage, just so you're aware. I mean, whilst we're doing this, we can go through the build if you wish. Obviously, I've got 3 of the M armors on, the S2Ms on each of the ships, and I've got 3 of the S2Xs as well. So that's the same across all 5 ships. Here's the auto fix. So this one's 51 minutes, okay, so that's for the first run on this target. And here's the driven. So whilst I'm driving around then, you'll notice then that the standard hulls, as I've said, they've got a Finray engine on them. They've got obviously damage diffusion system 2. They've got the explosive battery 2. They've got the D5 reloader on it, the K2 bombardment system, and this one's got cluster warheads 3 on it as well. There are 6 in total of the Knuckle Duster rockets. There is 1 missile defense system 3 on each, and there's a Gale on all of them bar the flagship. Okay, this one's just finishing. So driven then, this one, a little bit difference there on damage. And time-wise, look, instant fix in dock, 17 minutes, quite nice. Here we go, the top target, the new one that's just come out. Okay, 233. Quite painful. Not really sure it's worth the damage. I mean, it might be if you want to do it at the end of the night and fix overnight, but because in the previous one, the 223 there, driven was instant fix. But like I said, this is basically like autoing or a driven auto version. You could actually use waypoints, I suppose, and speed it up, but I'm trying to follow a similar path anyway, as I said before. The full auto path is it takes the ships down the middle early, actually, this time. And you notice it's a bit quicker, this one, than the previous one, the 223. Considerably more damage though. Percentage wise it's always about the same, but there we go, quite a bit more damage. Okay, last one then, this one on Driven, similar sort of path. Like I said, the flagship, the only difference is I've taken off the Gale 4 and I've had the D100V rocket, because that gets you back the extra 5% combat speed, so the fleet is matched, because obviously removing the damage diffusion system, which is a 35% combat speed, and putting on the Hyper 30, which is only 30%. So I had to do something, and removing the Gale 4, which I'm not really sure you need the Gales, but anyway, I took one off on the flagship. There we go, there's the last target. Similar sort of damage, but down to 49 minutes overall. So it's up to you. Sorry, reminder, there's the build for the flagship. Just those 2 items changed. Everything else is the same. And the 4 brutes are all the same. Everything, 122 combat speed and 150 turn speed. As ever, hope that helps. TSM out.